Okay, welcome everybody. We're going to talk about, we just had our every quarter. Once you hit gold, you're invited to a quarterly gold and above call. And it's really great. And you get to get the news before everybody else gets it. And just get to build relationship with some of the leaders in Solex. So we're going to go through that. And I think Wendy's going to start. We're going to go back and forth and just explain some things.
Yeah. Okay. So they right off the bat let us know the next quarter, gold and above, falls on New Year's Day. So they're going to postpone it till January 8th. And so if any of you advance up to gold by then, you'll be able to be on that call on January 8th. Otherwise, we'll kind of do the similar thing we're doing now. And the Q1 incentives will be reported before January 8th, so you'll know what those are, but they're not going to announce the enrollment incentives until I'm sorry, I said that backwards, I think. The Q1 incentives are going to be announced on that January 8 call, but the enrollment incentives will be announced on January 1, either through email or maybe back office. I'm not sure. Okay, and then under the event recap for Day of Discovery, they sent out an email. They said, want to thank y'all who attended and brought your teams to Day of Discovery. The energy, attendance, and impact were truly out of this world. We've already heard incredible testimonies from the event, and we hope you left feeling inspired and ready for what's ahead. So one of the big announcements you probably all heard by now, but it is oh, nope, I'm getting ahead of myself, Connie. That's you. Go for it.
So one of the big announcements that they announced was they're calling it Susan, SUSN, the school, Solex University School of Naturopathy. I've heard it pronounced different ways. Interest was way more than they expected. And so they're finalizing the last details. So they're going to, communication is going to go out in the next week about details on the syllabus. Now, I will tell you, if you go to the DMK, Digital Marketing Kit, the syllabus is already there. So if you're curious, you can log on to that. We have not been, no one has heard anything about pricing or enrollment steps yet. However, enrollments will begin in October. So if you're on the wait list, checking your email, like check your spam folders too. Shelby said even though she has a Solex email address, like she gets stuff in her spam folders. So there's so many people on the wait list that ANMA, which is our accrediting body, said if only 10% of the wait list graduates, it'll be their largest class ever. 10%. 10%. So they are thrilled. They cannot believe the interest that this school has already produced, and we haven't even launched yet. The other update that they shared.
Can I elaborate a little bit?
Oh, go right ahead.
Before you go to the next one.
Yeah.
So in addition, so it's a 2-year program, but it's online, so you can take your time. So that's awesome for busy people, right? Who would love to be a naturopath, but they're like, I can't cram that in with everything going on in my life. But they also, for the people that don't want to do a 2-year program, right now they have one. The last I heard, the title was Natural Health Practitioner, and it's a 6-month course. So for me, I think I would be interested in what I could learn in that. I think that's digestible, doable for me. I never like had a big dream to be a naturopath, so I'm not going to go for the whole deal. But and I've done pretty good with Solex without having that. And I think it's more in budget for me too. So I'm really happy that they're going to have a 6-month certificate.
Anything else anybody else wants to add? Because almost some of you, half of you are at the event, the actual event. Yeah, it's going to be incredible. It's very impressive. What they've done is very impressive. I will tell you, before the event, Lauren shared with me that when they submitted the syllabus, like, so first of all, like most syllabuses are like just a few pages, but not Dr. Darlene, no, Global. She submitted, it was like, what did she say? It was like crazy amount of pages, like 56 pages or something nuts. And
what 147 pages.
Okay, so there we go. 147 pages. Now the one in the back office is not that many pages. I printed it out, but I don't have it at my fingertips. But The one in the back office is not that many pages, but it is a true syllabus. You can see the classes and who's instructing it. But they said normally it takes months to get approved. And Lauren said they called the same day. They sent in the syllabus the same day. They called and said, "What is this? Like, we've never had anything so complete." So, like, to have an approval in one day for this level of education, like, there is no other program out there that is going to come close. Just saying. So,
Right.
stay tuned for that. Then we also released Rain 2.0. And so it's already generating powerful testimonials. It's very high demand. They're working through the wait list due to limited inventory. So the 30% off coupon is not applicable at this point. Also, financing options are in development, but they're not ready yet either. So once the inventory is sufficient within the next few weeks, definitely before year end, they will have some more information. Once the waitlist has been contacted, then it's going to be open to the general public. That's why we don't see it in the back office. Now it's your turn, Wendy.
Okay. So they mentioned the Rising Leaders Call, and you've all seen the invitations to those every Monday. And Solex, Kai was just gushing. He said, you know, Shelby and I have been in quite a few different network marketing things. As I don't know if Kai was the actual, I think Kai always worked in a corporate setting, but Shelby has been in the field, like building network marketing. Yeah, she was top leader. And
multiple six-figure earner.
Multiple six-figure earner in a network marketing company. So she, you know, knows what she's talking about. She's, you know, anyway. So they were talking about, like, you guys, this thing that came together at the leadership conference, and it was mostly Lachelle's brainchild, Lachelle Weemy, who you'll get to meet on one of our trainings soon. She's going to come talk to our group, but Lachelle said Lachelle was very herself was very successful in a network marketing company. I think it was Fields and Rodin. And she said, I remember when I wasn't as big of a thinker as I am now, and I was, you know, just had like kind of limiting thinking and everything, that they would do these rising leader calls, and I would watch them and I'd be like, wow, if they can do it, I know I can do it. I know I can. So she just saw a little bit of herself in the stories, or she was impressed by what she heard, and it really spurred her on. And then she became a top performer. I think she's in the top 1% of the company. So she knows how important it is to have these calls. Now, these are not necessarily designed for you to share with prospects, but they are designed to share with your downline who is newer, or, you know, maybe at bronze, and they want to aspire to get to platinum. As you know, we put that out so that you guys can get the newest one every Monday. And then we have the link that lets you binge watch all of them that are stored up. So anything more I should say, I guess?
They challenged us. They said, you're off to a good start. And the challenge was to keep it going. Like, let's see where we'll be at in a year. I loved what they were sharing about, like, other companies don't have all these different teams have the support that we have in Solex. That just doesn't happen. It's very typically cutthroat, and
they were gushing. They were proud. They were proud of all the leaders for coming together and working for the higher good of everybody.
Yeah.
And those calls are only 30 minutes long. So I couldn't be on live last night at 7:30, but I caught it at 11 o'clock.
They're going to be opening it up to gold leaders, probably by the end of the year. So if that's something that you're striving for, we'd love to have you. I know Steve's real close, Troy's real close. We'd love to have you.
All right. And so
hey, maybe just get it in gear. I'd be in great shape right now.
I know. Man of leisures. I know your goal.
I'm gonna get hit here.
For a sugar mama.
You might see a physical altercation on camera.
Okay, so the next thing we're going to talk about is the new incentive trip. It is a trip to a resort in Jamaica. So some people have been to Jamaica and seen, all around, but this one you're just going to be at the resort, pampered the whole time you're there. So the qualification period started on September 1. And Connie's going to show you in a second how to download the tracker from the back office. But with the tracker, every time you enroll somebody, and it's got to be a QLA to count, customers don't count for this. So you might want to get strategic. We can talk about that.
That's not true.
But it's
customers,
not?
Customers and QL customers with 100 points or more count.
Okay.
Yep.
Does that mean they're on a subscription? Do they have to be on a subscription?
They don't have to be on a subscription. They just have to be 100 points or more
every month. So they could get a bundle here to this month and get a different bundle of something the next month.
Yep.
Okay.
And they don't have to even be the same people. Like as if you have a new customer and a new different,
Okay. Well, the tracking form will lay it out, like how to follow it. But essentially, if you go look in your right now at your banner, it's going to tell you. I believe they have that done, right? The banners.
Let me look. I don't think so.
Okay. They mentioned something like there were so many people they were having a hard time getting through it, but Connie will show you like how to figure out your baseline, and from there you're going to need 15 points, and it'll show you how to do that. Okay, so it says start using your business snapshot to calculate your baseline. Teach your team to do the same. It's a leadership opportunity model, consistency and action, so your team follows. Don't wait until January to commit. A lot of people are like, I'll just start fresh in the new year. But it's the cutoff time is, I believe it's June 30th. Is that correct?
No, the cutoff is August. So you have to have 3 months, qualification months. They don't have to be consecutive, but it goes from September 1st through August 30th.
Man, they cut the last 2 times they cut them off in June.
No, June is the last month that you have to qualify for the first time if you haven't qualified.
Oh, and then hold it, hold it
for those for June, July, August.
Gotcha.
So so if you're not qualified ever until June, then you won't get it. But we want to qualify ahead of time, so that's not an issue.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are there any questions on that? I know it's kind of convoluted. It might make more sense when Connie you want to show everybody?
When I talk about the back office training, I'll go through that. But
yeah.
And so meanwhile, you might want to go into the DMK and download that. Let me show that real quick, just because for people who are not going to watch the next training. So if you're in your back office, there is no. At some point, they're going to have a. Can you see that, everybody? Can you see that, Wendy?
Yes, it just popped up.
So at some point, they'll have a tracker here as far as where you're at. They don't have that up yet. But if you go to Tools, and then you go to the Solex DMK, here's our Susan course catalog, and here's our Jamaica trip tracker. They always have the newest resources, or you can just type it in here and see it. So the trip tracker is right there. And you can download it and save it. And we recommend printing out 12 copies. So that's how you find it. Okay.
Sandals, that's a really nice resort.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, and I think we can leave the resort. They just won't pay for it. Like if you want to do other things in Jamaica while you're there, sure. I think you could leave. They're not going to keep us there, but you have to pay. That's on your own. And on the second page is where the more complete directions are. So if you want to see what credits you get so you get a credit for every customer or QLA that comes on board. And then you also get credits for ranking up yourself, as well as your directs ranking up. Then they have some new things this year, where for those of us who were at Day of Discovery, we got 2 points for being there. If you enrolled in Watch, the digital DoD in March, there will be, and that's March 3rd through the 10th, I believe. 4th through the 10th. March 4th through the 10th. So if you want to put that on your calendar now, but they release it and then you have, the whole time to watch it. So, but they said stay tuned because there's going to be more ways to earn points this time around.
Did you say how many points you get for watching the virtual DoD?
I think it's 1.
Okay. All right. So half of us on this call are already 2 points ahead.
Well, we got 2. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Isn't that awesome?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Is it my turn or is it still your turn?
So we're done. You talked about the.
Okay, then the next thing is the leadership retreat requirements updates. So in the past, you had to just hit platinum to be invited. Now, since what did we count? We counted 29. There's 29 platinums in the company and 6 pearls. And now, because the numbers are getting bigger, they are requiring you to break platinum, not just hit it. So by April 2026. So in order to break a rank, you have to have it for 3 months. They don't have to be consecutive months. You just have to hit it 3 times. And on the 3rd time, that's when you break the rank and get the bonus. So that's one new change that they have. And then to confirm your attendance this time, they are collecting a $250 deposit. And then once we show up, I guess last year people said they were going to be there and then did not show up. And so Solix was left paying for people that weren't there. Now they want to pay for us and treat us well, and they don't want to pay for people who don't bother to show up. So it's a $250 deposit. It'll be refunded in person at the retreat. Okay, so our Q4 incentives for October. So when you enroll somebody with preferred customer or QLA with the subscription, and it could be a subscription for anything and a bundle, they get free SEFI dots. In November, same guidelines. These are always the guidelines, just so you know. So all of the incentives always are a subscription and a bundle. In November, you get free AO Youth Collagen singles. That's the 15-pack in lemon orange flavor. And in December, it is the Bear Agate Bracelet, which is the new bracelet that they released in December at the DoD. For the enrollers, if you enroll 3 during that quarter with a bundle and a subscription, and the subscription successfully processes the next month, you receive $200 in store credit. However, enroll 6 or more, you're going to still get the $200 credit, but this time you're also going to get an additional $400 cash, which is great. So it has to be a subscription of 100 points or more, plus a bundle. Only 1 bonus per bonus type can be earned per account. But when you enroll 3 and enroll 6 bonuses, they could be earned in the same 90-day period. So one of the things they talked about is this is the last quarter of the year. So it's a perfect time to start a focused 90-day run. Track your monthly goals, set targets for your team, be intentional about your growth. If you want an accountability partner and do not have one yet, if you don't have anybody that you're thinking of or know anybody else on the team, reach out to me or Wendy and we could recommend somebody because we might know people that are looking for that. I know my accountability partner is Jessica Zavios, and she's a Pearl and she's amazing. And today we had our call and she told me, guess what? In September, she had 42 new inner voice sessions. 42. She's rocking it, Well, that just motivates me and encourages me to get out there. I'm like, well, if you did, I could do it, So, just highly recommend if you run a this business, an accountability partner really does help, I will say. Okay. is that all for the gold? And then we could stop the recording and go on to the next part.